Hey guys, it's Milani. So today I decided to do a really kind of classic beauty look. Something a little different than my normal all-out costuming things. But you know what? I love red lipstick. I have so many different kinds of red that it's crazy. So I figured, why not take a moment to show you something red. First things first, I'm going to be applying Andalou face cream all over my face and neck. And I don't know what I was doing that I thought was so funny, but something. I'm always laughing about something. It's probably the music. For my eyeshadow base, I'm going to use my MAC Paint Pot in Painterly. I'm just going to apply a nice thin coat on both eyelids. Baby Skin Pore Perfector is a nice, inexpensive little primer there, and I'm just going to put it all over my face and neck. Using a brush, I am going to just lightly paint on my foundation. I have some under eye circles, so what I'm going to do is use my foundation stick and then just blend it in. And that's on top of my foundation, and what that does is it gives more coverage if you apply it on top of the foundation instead of underneath. Sneak in a little tea. And then I'm going to go right to my eyebrows and just use my MAC Fling eyebrow pencil. Now, because I'm planning to have red lipstick, I'm going to forgo my normal blush, which is Luminoso, and I'm going to use a pink blush by Victoria's Secret. And then I'm going to use my Essence highlighter. I'm going to set my foundation with my beautiful MAC powder. I love this powder so very much. Now to start back on my eye makeup, I'm going to use a light color from the Naked palette. Then for my crease, I'm going to use a nice kind of matte color, and it's not too dark. I'm just going to start by blending that into my crease. Now that that's done, I'm going to use a nice brown color, and then I'm going to blend that into my crease on top of what I've already done, just so that it's a nice subtle blend. Alright, now we're ready for the big stuff. I am using an Funkhouser eyeliner pen, and I'm just going to draw on some wings so I can fly away into, you know, a fantasy world, I guess. Why not? Why not have a fantasy world? dragons, unicorns, whatever. So we're not gonna worry so much about little mistakes, because you know what? You can clean up anything. You can hide everything with going over it with more product, with blending in darker colors, with your eyeshadow. It's not a big deal when you make these little mistakes. Don't bother taking off all your makeup. Just make happy little trees out of it and move on. So how I'm gonna do that is use my other Eddie Funkhouser eyeliner, and this is the Graffiti eye pencil, and I'm just going to draw on top of the line that I made with the felt pen. And it's kind of like magic, it's all better. And then I have a nice thick line. Then I'm gonna come back in with a darker color and just deepen up right above the crease now that I see what my eye makeup's going to look like. And then I'm going to use that same color and just kind of line the underneath of my eyes with it as well. You don't want to go with a full eyeliner because that will be too harsh with what I'm going for. So that's why I'm using the eyeshadow, just a little gentler. Now I'm going to use a nice light color again, and I'm going to use that just to go into the corner and then blend up to the brow bone just to make it nice and bright again as kind of the finishing touch. So now for the exciting mascara. First, I'm going to put a nice little coat of mascara on my eyelashes. And the next thing that I'm doing is one of my new favorite products. It is by Milani, and it just puts little lash fibers on. And so after you have wet eyelashes from the mascara, then you put a coat of the little white fibers on, and then you go back with your mascara and go over it, and then it just sticks to the fibers and it makes your eyelashes longer. And for somebody like me who is sensitive to latex, and so I don't want to wear false eyelashes all the time, because if I did, my eyes would be a red mess, then this is perfect. It makes your eyes just, you know, stand out, and it hasn't caused any sensitivity with me at all. It's been great. Now, I have a lot of red. I kind of went crazy, and I have so many shades of red because I love red lipstick. I just do, it's just great. So this is kind of the choice that I'm going to make. I am going to use the Ruby Woo lip liner and the Ruby Woo lipstick. And first I'm gonna line my lips, and then I'm going to paint them in with the lipstick. But before I do that, I'm just gonna go over my lips and right around my lips with my powder again, just so I have a nice clean base.